So do you stick around? Pleasant good day to all. As we assemble here today in a very auspicious occasion. Our funeral service is a very sacred time. So this is called the Antin or the Antishti Sanskar as we know it to be. So Sanskar means ceremony. So all of us here will have taken time off from all our schedule to come here. To do what? We are here to pay our respect to who? We pay respect for Ramanand Seemungal, So all our noble thoughts and all our good intentions will be directed to Sri Krishna Bhagavan on behalf of Ramanand Seemungal. Now in the audience, we will have people of different religion. Nothing wrong in that. But the important part is the human part of life, regardless to the religion, is giving support to the family members, to the friends, and all well-wishers, everybody come together to give what? And we are giving a beautiful and a wonderful send-off on the behalf of this departed soul. That is what we are here for. So anyhow you offer your prayer, God is going to accept it. But in Hindu, you will hear I'm referring to Sri Krishna Bhagavan. That is how we refer to God in Hindu. In different religions, they will have their different way how they refer to God. So that's all about it. So our purpose here today must be a worthy purpose. Our time spent here today must be worthy. So at the end of it all, God must give all of us blessings for the support that we are here to. So when we come here, we just do what we do. Pray. Any support, we do that. Any helping hand, we put our helping hand. And whatever we could do is the name of God. So I can refer to you, although I'm using the word Sri Krishna Bhagavan, that is how we refer to God in Hindu as Sri Krishna. So there's nothing about it. So it's also funeral service. It's a very auspicious service, and must keep it sacred. And to keep it sacred, we just all only prayers. God bless the soul, God strengthen the family, God guide the family, God give the family consolation, and most of all, God, make a wonderful way for that soul to reach to your abode in the heavenly regions. That is Shri Krishna Bhagavan. So now, that's fine. So as I am going to start the first part for the Yajmanan to wash their hands and sit their water and so on, we will have the MC for today, Mr. Joe, and he will be guiding the process as we go along. So I now invite Mr. Joe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Panditji. Good day to everyone. It's not the best way to meet. However, this will happen to every one of us. So I just give you a little guideline of the program. The first thing I would like everybody to do, take your phones off or put it outside. A phone ringing in this auspicious thing is disrespectful. I mean, I don't know if I'm making sense, right? Also, quickly the program, the pundit is going to do the first part of the religious rituals, and after that we have a few speeches and a eulogy and so forth like that. Then the pundit we'll have viewing, the pundit will come in the end. After the viewing, he's doing his final rituals and prayers, and then we'll take the body for cremation next time. So with that said, just bear with us, give my uncle the respect that he deserves. I don't know how tough I'm going to do this, but it's going to be a hard one for me. I'll tell you about it later. So Ramanand, we're here for you. Panditji? Oh, while Panditji is there, the 5 people will be, of course, Joey, my cousin. His 2 nephews. Dinesh and Jaden, myself, and my brother Dave. So during that time, I'll be engaged in the process. All right, so could you kindly give us your fullest attention? Thank you.
This one will be for the whole procession, right? Yeah. So any need to do all that, how you are trying to do it, or not. So, ladies and gentlemen, can we all stand? So as mentioned before, we are going to do the opening prayer. And in the opening prayer, we're going to ask Sri Krishna Bhagavan for guidance and protection, and Sri Krishna Bhagavan to remove all obstacles, after some bhakti and clear the pathway for this wonderful Atma of Mr. Seemungal to receive all of these offerings that we are going to offer on his behalf. So everything in Hindu, we do not pray to the dead, and we do not talk to the dead as commonly heard and said by some people. We are offering all our prayers to Sri Krishna Bhagavan on the behalf of the departed soul. So I mentioned before, every religion have their way of performing their ceremony and doing their rites for when somebody departs close to them. So this is how it is in Hindu. So in Hindu, most of the service is ritualistic. Like you see, offering flowers, offering mala, doing arti, it's rituals. So all of this is what we practice and what we have been taught to, and from ancient time, this is how it is done. So let us pray and ask God Sri Krishna Bhagavan for his blessings. So we pray for blessings, guidance and protection, and remove all obstacles, darkness and blockage, and take charge and purify this environment. Krishna Bhagavan bless. Om Gam Ganapatiyaya Namah. Om Shri Saraswati Mataya Namah. Om Ekarantaya Vidmahe Vakratundaya Dhimahe Tano Dhanti Prachodaya. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurubhyo Namah. Om Papa Sarvam Papa Vishnambhava Kainam Pundrikaksham Swabhyaha Kalam Sri Om Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Om Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Om Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Om Sri Vishnuvaya Namaha Om Prit Atma Shanti Om Prit Atma Shanti Om Prit Atma Shanti. Praise the Lord Sri Krishna Bhagavan and peace. So you'll have this and stuff. You all just offer flowers. Offer flowers. Pull this book in the left hand. Right? So as you can look, you want to again. Sprinkle over here 3 times, right? And then you will drink water and offer right around the coffee, walk it around 3 times. And all of you just follow it, touching hands, right? So everything that he's doing, touching hands. Yeah. Om Pavit Pavit Pavas, Vasnanga Soya Diva, Yasmani Pundari Kaksham, Swabhyaha Kalam Sri Ramanand Seemungal, Pregasya Predanam, Pavit Pavas, Vasnanga Soya Diva, Om Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnuvaya Namaha. Yeah, 2 times. 2 times, right here. Right. You just take one hand, just one time, hold it there, left hand hold it, and the right hand, right? And just here. 3 times, that's what. A little bit there. Yeah, 3 times. Om Pavit Pavit Pavas, Vasnanga Soya Diva, Yasmani Pundari Kaksham, Swabhyaha Kalam Sri. You're getting it going. Hold your left hand. You say left hand and the mark with your right hand. Yeah. That's all on the cover back here. So now take this finger. Right, so open and then here, and it's forehead, the ears here, right, and right below here. And everybody do the same thing. Om Sri Kanda Chandram Divyam Gandayu Samanam Varam Vili Param Sura Krishnam Chandanam Prativedam Ramanand Seemungal Paritasya Paritanam. Right. Yeah, guide little boy. Good. Give them a little space. Taking everything you're doing, everything is so Rama, no Krishna. Malas. Right. Who's listening? Ramanand Seemungal Paritasya Paritanam.
Carrot up more, because of the
Yeah. So the history of Eulogies is not there. Yeah, good.
You must one yes, that's just put the other picture.
Yeah, that's what it
We had already one here.
Everybody white.
Okay, okay, fine.
Wow. Right, so here we're doing, right? How many cents are there? With a wavy arm, we have 3 cents. Right? 3 cents. And what if we're on? Coffee. 5 cents. So why don't we run a coffee? So we have this one, very light piece and 3 cents. So we all stand for the article. So you all can have a seat. Join the idea. good.
Yes, sir.
Ramanand Seemungal. Interesting, you can get close and going straight. Better to know. And the bar will open to you. Ramanand Seemungal, breaker, staff, president, London, industry, venue, producer,
Việt Nam khỏi tổng cha mẹ để là lúc mà đang bỏ rồi thì là nhà cái ông sai đến cái lúc trong cái Ramanand Seemungal, Prager, self-prager, and book industry, venue, producer, Maya, based about Krishna, like Sri Krishna, you can do whatever, take a lesson, hold it, do a party time around. No, that's it.
Left to right, left to right. Clockwise.
No.
stand up right here and
Just like the other, just like the other.
Om Kayam Kayam Vakiyam Janathanam Yat Kutsam Om Naja Viva Shankata Akashaya Mandikasha Prita Mukhya Pradabhaha Ramanand Seemungal Prekasa Prekanam Tukam Pedase Pedo Paripannana. Right. So at this time, look at the motion. Yes. Up I go now. Yeah, up I go. From the yeah. Stop. Huh? So at this point in time, you are asking before you want to do a part. So ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, we will call the wife of Mr. Seemungal, Mrs. Seemungal, to come forward to do your parts. And then after the wife has done her arti and mala, then the others, the immediate family, will come forth who wish to do arti, offer flowers, and then any friend and well-wishers come and offer flowers to arti, whatever you wish. And then we proceed from there.
school is never separated. But the body was all it has separated. Right? You know, say, put it in, say Krishna. Right. Holy name, Sri Krishna Arpan. Om Arjuna Mukha Bodhirasya Ramanand Seemungal Prekasya Prekanam Pushpa Malkani Sugandhini Malkani Navai Prabhu Maya Kani Pudasam Sri Krishna Pratyayam. So you start Friday, right? And 3 times, that's the one. Then we have Om Sadhana Pratisan Mahina Yositamaya Vikamani Vicham Vailokyam Nirapaham. You want to put on rules? So put our rules to lay up on one hand, all by feet. Or every well, whatever it is. Come on, come on. Okay, so after the wife of the Rapat, any family members will come. Now I have the roses and flowers here, so let us have one person to direct how to give in what the family members.
Yes, sir. Yeah, well, if you go to this in our body pattern, we start with the immediate farm. Yeah, we let him. I know. Judy?
Well, look at one line up so.
So now we have Leela and family. Please come, line of feet.
Come on, so one or I will pass down.
When the immediate family finishes, if anybody wish to put up flowers, we do have some flowers out here, which you can use. Anybody else? Please, we want to proceed. Give us. Give. All right. So, anybody else? Right.
So just those things is right. What am I getting? All in it. So that will represent for the chitta, like you are going to open it. Put this by the right hand. All in it. Om Arjama Amukibu Trasya Amuk Ramanand. Right hand. Ramanand Seemungal Pretasya Pretanam. Left hand. Ramanand Seemungal Pretasya Pretanam. Indranam. 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 Always put tinder of our flowers. Put flowers. Come out on the side. Always put tinder. That's very good. Take it to How come you went here? A little bit higher. Yeah. Put one more. Vamos. Thanks, will give it a goal now. So turn this right side, so right? You put the two L's?
Yeah.
Two L's, I, and Australia. Okay. No, you two, put it, take out, put it two nose. Put like here, so. Try off your hand. Open this. And I put one piece over here.
Already leafers.
Huh?
Already tools here.
Yeah, you put two sleeve, quite correct. Call in name, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, Sonadananam, Pindaski, Pindopari, Pindananam, Mayatvam, Mayadindi, Tuvaku, Putishatam. Take up the song, put back on the eye and take it in. The quiet, you go follow that. Look, this is I will get it in. Still calling Sonadananam, Mayatvam, Mayadindi, Tuvaku, Putishatam, Jai Sri Krishna Arjuna. Right. So that is all the little rituals, right?
A little later down there.
Okay, everyone. Panditji has just finished the basic rituals. He will continue later with his sermon and probably some explanation until we go to the end. However, this is the point when we have to say everything about Ramanand. Now, when you die, my message is you carry a good or a bad name, nothing else. But you know what? No one goes to a funeral and talk about anybody bad. So I want to see if I can talk some bad things about Ramanand. Go ahead. No, we will skip that. We'll stick with tradition. So we have a few highlighted speakers, and some people went to Ramanand. I went to Trisha in New York, and she would have said something to say, and we have my cousin Roman is with the eulogy in the program, and then we'll have a little open session. Maybe those who didn't think they could say something or wasn't sure they could make it to the funeral, so we give that now. But please excuse me if my voice is cracking, because this is bittersweet for me. This is the third funeral within this year. I lost my cousin, I lost my wife, and now my uncle. So, please bear with me a little bit, right? So at this time, I will call on the queen in the family, his granddaughter, Jada. She's representing a group of people, and she would like to say something. Jada, sorry.
That's not the microphone.
Good morning, friends and family. A favorite quote of mine postulates that the hardest part of losing someone is not having to say goodbye, but rather learning to live without them. It is always trying to fill the void and the emptiness that is left inside your heart when they go. For those of you who do not know me, I am Eulogy, the eldest granddaughter of the late Ramanand Seemungal. Today I want to take you on a journey about my grandpa and why the hardest part is really learning to live without him. Firstly, he was my one and only favorite grandfather. He was like my eyeball. He was my biggest supporter in all my life decisions, and he was my best friend. I always admired his intelligence and how good of a listener and advisor he was. I remember a few times while waiting by the guard after school for my dad to pick me up, like he usually did. But then it was no other than my grandpa, which brought excitement to me. I would see the excitement and joy in my mother's eyes when approximately around 10 every morning her phone would ring. And it would be no other than my grandpa. And they would have long conversations while she prepared lunch for everyone at home. I always admired how strong and close of a bond they had. Excitement and eagerness would trickle down my spine when I hear my mom say, "Jay, look out for Grandma and Grandpa. They're on their way home." Then when I hear the sound of Grandpa's horn, I would be the first person outside, opening the gate for them. Grandpa would get out of his car. Well, I run down the stairs to greet him, and the first thing I would do is give him a hug and a kiss on his right cheek. Then he would say, "Chichoy!" Look, Cheetah. For those of you who don't know who Chichoy is, that's his pet dog named Robo. Mom cooking up a storm for them. I would be starving hungry, but awaited their arrival to sit and eat with them. He would often say, "Granddaughter, what's up, girl? How's work?" Or he would ask my little brother, "Grandson, what you doing, boy? How's school?" Grandpa would always give my mom, brother, and I a little change money, as he would save for ourselves each and every visit. When he would leave, he would give us all a hug and a kiss. Then when driving off, he would honk his horn with a cigarette in his next hand, waving. A memory I would never forget, and surely miss. If they spent a night over, he would always take everyone's order for double tea night before. For breakfast the next morning. He was always present for birthdays, Christmases, and maybe 2 years into the new year. Through this journey with him, we are not riding the waves of grief. However, I am not despondent because I have noticed that this pain stands as a witness to the loving love that survives his passing. It is now in the sorrow of his death we find the proof of love and the bonds that exist beyond our reality, beyond the space-time, beyond matter and energy that makes our world real. This is how I know that he is near, even if we do not see him, that he is with us, even though he is far away. So I would like to thank God for giving us the opportunities to spend time and know how good of a person my grandpa really was. Even though it breaks my heart immensely to know he's no longer here with us, my mind is at great ease that he is now in a better place, stress-free and pain-free. Grandpa. Thank you for the memories you drew in my mind that I could never erase, and the colors you painted in my heart that I could never replace. I love you.
I think she did a marvelous job. Jada, don't worry. Only time heals wounds, and everybody goes through the same process. So let's pray and do the right thing, and we'll all be happy. So now I'm going to call on Golda Ramcharan. She's representing Trisha and her children in New York City. So, Golda is all yours.
Sitaram, everybody. I have been asked on behalf of Trisha, who could not be here physically today, to express sentiments on behalf of grandchildren and herself. Thank you for joining us here today in the memory of my grandfather, Ramanand Seemungal, my darling grandpa. We will all forever hold you in our hearts, in which we have truly learned the most from. You may have passed on, but your memories will always live on within us. Thank you for your sacrifices, your care and concern, your love and everything that you have done for us. Wherever you are, I know that you are in a much better place. Even though you can't hear this, I believe your spirit is very much alive and that you hear my words. We will all miss you so much. Your spirit and strength lives on in each of us and in the lives that you touched. You live on in me and in all those who have been touched by your love, strength, conviction, wisdom, and your soul. From your grandchildren in New York, we will love you forever and hold you dear in our hearts. This is Trisha's message to her father. To my loving father, who has played both roles of mother and father to me, I must say you did an amazing job at it. All the hard work you and Auntie Judy put into sacrificing for me. I am sure it was hard for her as much as it was for you. Words cannot express how much I love you and miss you. The hardest thing is not being able to tell you some of the amazing things that have happened to me. You are the only person I can trust with anything, and you would give me the best advice. It hurts so much, I cannot call my best friend to confide my deepest thoughts to. I have lost a precious angel that God needed the most. You have given me the strength and courage to be able to accomplish all my dreams and goals. I love you and will forever hold you in my thoughts and heart forever, from your loving daughter, Trisha.
Thank you, Golda. She was very eloquent, right? Only because she's a teacher in Buenos Aires government school. That's why. So we can't touch her at all. So I will say a few words in between the speakers and so forth at 12. I'll also be representing those who couldn't make it. I live in New York City. So I have two sisters, cousin and Trisha. So, and those that I miss. So I'll certainly be representing them. But I want to say a little thing about Ramanand when he was small. I grew up in Buenos Aires a little bit, along with my cousin Nina and Ramesh. So I'll get a little story. My grandfather and grandmother had a little shop. And there's a lady down the road had a parlor called Mrs. So in those days we call it teeth, but my grandfather do. We teeth some salt biscuit and some cheese. And we go down by Mrs. and we buy sausage because the shop is selling that. And by the time we reach back down the road, which is about 1,000 feet or so, me and Ramesh and Ramanand would have eat up all that. We left no evidence. So that's the kind of thing we do in a small busing tank of bean, taking plum and selling copra and things like that. We grow very hard. But the life those days was so amazing that we could only talk about today. Some of the kids today don't even know a quarter of what it is, because we had to create ways to enjoy ourselves. We had no machinerized toys. The toys you get is what you could make. Otherwise, that's it, no toy. So with that, I'm going to move on. My cousin Rohan is appointed a job to do the eulogy. He was wondering if he could do it, so he have a backup if he couldn't do it. But listen, we both grew up in Buenos Aires, we both went to Area High School, we both are Leos. I know you could do it, cuz. Come and represent your cuz.
Thank you, Joe. If you don't mind, can I just stand here? Am I breaching protocol? Okay. Good day, Pandit Sitaram, to any distinguished guests we have either in our midst or looking on protocols observed. This eulogy was written with the intention of sharing Uncle Ramanand's life story through his siblings, his children, and his wife. But I didn't know if I could do this. So Uncle
Ramanand Seemungal, aka Ram, Rama, Ras, Mafia, was born on the 16th of December 1953 to Jasodia and Seemungal Ranchman. He was the youngest amongst his siblings, Devki, Sinti, Leela, and the late Ramanand. Uncle Ramanand was born at the Mayaro Hospital. He spent his first days at Myland Village and then at Pool Village. At approximately 6 years old, he moved to Buenos Aires, where he lived most of his childhood to early adult life. He attended the Buenos Aires Government Primary School and then the Point Fortin College. Immediately after college, he tried his hand at taxi and construction for a short while. He later joined the Trinidad and Tobago prison service in his early 20s and took early retirement around 1995. During his training, he roomed with his cousin Mohan in Kira. A short while after, he met and married the late Marilyn Seemungal and had 4 children, Marisha, Natalie, Trisha, and Joel. Later, he became the proud grandfather of Jada, Megan, Ariana, Adam, Nilesh, Haley, Juliana, Jaden, and Aidan. After the passing of Auntie Mala, Uncle Raman got married to Julie Law Seemungal. He was stepfather to Roger, Michelle, and Trisha, and later step-grandfather to Zeke, Gabriella, Danielle, and Aliyah. Auntie Judy and Uncle Raman met on the 17th of December 1988, one day after his birthday. An interesting encounter where they were walking on the crazy in summer when he approached her to assist with a bag of curtains she and her mom was carrying. Vividly, as she remembered him in his white pants, blue jersey, and shades on his head. After some cool moves and some smooth lyrics, as we would say, she agreed to go on a line with him. Auntie Judy and her kids joined Uncle Ram at his Jingle Lane home in 1990. As with any marriage, the time shared came with both joys and challenges. On 18th April 1995, Uncle Ram and Auntie Judy got married, and during that same year, he made a bold step in trying to move to New York. He traveled back and forth, and sometime later, Auntie Judy accompanied him back to New York. It was then they tried to build their lives across there. In 1998, they moved back to Trinidad for a while and later took to New York again. They returned in early 2000s when his dad died. In 2009, Uncle Ram and Auntie Judy made another bold step to return to Trinidad to live.
They worked through their time together selling clothes, vegetables, and doing some planting of crops of their own. She also has memories of them traveling to Caracas and Margarita for sales and to Canada for vacation. Thanks to the daughter Tricia, they visited Germany, France, and Switzerland. In 2014, Uncle Ramanand and Auntie Judy moved to Buenos Aires, where they built their current home. Baby girl Tricia has memories of her dad in his prison officer's uniform, coming home and embracing them with love. She remembers her late mom as the one to instill discipline with some licks at times, and her dad being the one to save them. She enjoyed the Mario's pizza and ice cream treats he would have with them. She remembers her dad always enjoyed drinking a bowl of dal when he gets home. For Tricia, her dad was more than a dad. He was her best friend, her counselor, advisor, providing moral and financial support where needed. Natalie remembers her almost daily telephone conversations with her dad while cooking or doing home chores. He must ask for her husband and kids. She reminisces on his visits and his habit of lighting up a cigarette as soon as he reaches. She can still see him on her porch standing with his legs crossed. She valued his visits and the time they shared. Over recent years, they would have gotten even closer. He was always there for her and her family, especially Jada. Natalie sees her dad, like Tricia, as a friend and a good listener. He was there for every problem and always reassured her that everything will work out and be okay. She enjoyed her last bit of years where he and Auntie Judy spent time with her family through Christmas and birthdays. They were already discussing Christmas menu for this year. Mark mentioned to Joe, Ramesh, and Rohan during one weeknight that when Joey drove off from their place with the car, he, that is Mark, realized that he is not going to see Uncle Ramanand again. His usual habit of waving goodbye with a cigarette in hand and popping the horn will no longer be. Marisha remembers like yesterday how her dad would come home in his uniform, take out his hat, embrace them, and complete the world with jubilance. She also saw him as a more lenient parent who always saved them from trouble. She always felt her dad's love, no matter how far apart they lived. As the eldest child, she described her dad's love for them as having grown even more with their mom's passing. She shared that her dad was literally the Santa of their street, Jingle Lane. He would dress up for Christmas and give presents to the kids on their street. To them, they felt most special as Santa came to their home last and gave them the best gift. She was happy to have visited her dad during recent years and facilitated the bond with her son. She had booked tickets to make another trip early next year to visit again for her son's birthday. Joey, the youngest and only boy, looks at his dad as a superhero. He also speaks of how excited he was every time his dad came home. He too knows how much his dad loves him. He shares that his dad stood by him in every decision in his life, good or bad. Heartbroken, he remembers clearly when his dad told him that he was happy that he gave him a grandchild, his firstborn Adam. He describes his dad as a loving and caring father. Auntie Judy's kids, Tricia, Roger, and Michelle, we saw him as a bed of rock, where he would have supported them through thick and thin. He was a loving father to them and caring grandfather to their kids. He stood by and provided for them through their teenage years and was there ever since. It was nice that Tricia got some close and memorable time back to earlier this year. The passing of Uncle struck me really hard for two reasons. Firstly, it brought out emotions in me that I did not yet share during my dad's passing, since I had to be strong for my family at that time to see things through. The The other reason is that I spent a fair amount of time with Uncle from last October to June of this year while doing renovations at my mom's place. I simply could not have done it without him. He literally supervised the project when I was not present, paying workers, collecting materials, updating me, advising me, and much more. Whenever I took down workers, I would sit in my car most of the day and do my job duties online with my secretary. I could see him now, just waiting for me to get off a work call, to come across in the vehicle to tell me to come for lunch, or to ask me if I want coffee or tea. I truly enjoyed the many talks, as Uncle Ramanand was a philosopher with his conversations. But most importantly, I am truly thankful that he was here, along with Auntie Julie through my dad's last years, providing company, support, and physically assisting my mom and dad during that time. I was comforted knowing that he was there for them. In summary, and I'm sure I represent the sentiments of family and friends near and far, neighbors, and not forgetting Robo. And Uncle was a very giving, kind-hearted person, a loving father and husband. So much that he sacrificed his own well-being and endured a lot of pain to ensure that the people he cared about were better off. In his latter days, he experienced a lot of unnecessary challenges to close off on a responsibility that he took on behalf of his siblings. Again, this is testimonial to his own character. But we should learn from his passing and his efforts to the very end that reminds us that material things are not worth fighting over. We too have to move on one day. We should make peace with each other and enjoy the limited time that we have on earth. Thank you for your service to country, your kind-heartedness, your support, your patience, your talks, and your company. I am happy that you live to see that you can legally grow, roll up, and enjoy your peace. And now, on to a better place on earth. May you rest in peace.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, that was Rohan and Sophia, and you a bit surprised me, but the reason why he's emotional more than I am, they grew up longer than I did in Buenos Aires, extremely close. And I remember when Ramanand was a prison officer, who was building his house in Sama, J. Gulu, those who know it, and he would give us a story. I said, oh, you handle all these prisoners, you know, you're not scared of nothing? He said, no man. He said, anybody give me trouble, I sprinkle some water on them, and I tell the boss, they're going to spit on me. I'm trouble for them. So he's an intelligent fellow, you know, he protected himself. And as he went on, and he retired and so forth, he went to New York. He spent a great time, some of his kids came up there. And he was always, let's say, a hard-working individual. Wherever he went to work, people just love him. They never want to let him go. Unfortunately, when my grandfather passed away, he made the decision to come back. And, but he think he had to do what he had to do. You know, I made a joke when I came down from Florida. I was in Florida and I heard this. I said, the irony is, he lived next to Buenos Aires Cemetery. We're doing this ritual at Bacha Cemetery, and he's still not going to any one of those cemeteries. You see how life is? He left home to perform a surgery to get better, and he will never be going back there. So my message, I'll leave you guys with a few messages in between. My message is, while you're alive, and you guys have heard me say this many times, try to do a good deed for the day. Just one simple good deed. A little, it could be taking up a piece of paper and drawing something. Say good morning to someone. Just a certain little thing. Just make somebody else's day a good day. You will really benefit out of it. And, you know, we tend to forget about individuals and families, and we need to stick together. We don't need only to come to funerals, weddings, and prayers to see the family. Long time, I know some family that didn't have no car. What was the bus, PTSD bus, and they used to travel all over the place and show up at your house, spend a weekend and things like that. A typical example is Auntie Sylvia. It's typical Uncle Dolly. I mean, that's one of the examples. So with that, I will leave the floor open. If anybody wants to say something, hopefully it will be a little brief. And for those who came in late, please put your phone on silent. So if anybody wishes to say something on behalf, we'll get through the door. Very well.
Good day, everyone. Well, you all know me. What I have to say is that I thank God for the 33 years we were together. To thick and thin, man, it was easy. Right? Rama is a strong guy. And I used to say, you know what? I never know the human body could get all that stress. You're a good example of how much it could take. Right? He was loved. Rama will give his last to anybody. He will push himself back and give anything. And you know what? When you're alive, you're not appreciated. But when you die, I guess you're a hero. Right? And I will always love him forever and ever. I was his strength and his everything. And we will see one day. And may he fly high. He's set free. And that's all I could say. He was a good man. That's all I could say.
Thank you, Judy. I must commend you under the circumstances because few people could do that. Now, I don't want to say why anybody decides if you want to come up, feel free, but I want to say to my mother, who's yours, Auntie Cindy, and Lila, the three ladies in the family survived the two brothers. And I want to say to you guys, including Judy and the families, if there's anything I can do, and our family, feel free to ask us. We do the best we can. So, you want something? Come on, feel free to.
Good afternoon, everybody. For those of you who don't know, my name is Roseanne. I'm Judy's sister. And I know everybody thinks that heaven is a peaceful place. Well, there's war going on right now because everybody wants a piece of Rama. Our brother-in-law was such a beautiful example of what love is. Rama never had, as we say home here, bad mind for anybody. Rama loved, and he was a true definition of what love is, and forgiveness. This man just was amazing. He was amazing, to say the least. There's so many stories. If Rama saw you sad, he would cheer you up. He'd say, oh, Bishop, what are you crying for? Or he would find something to say. Rama would never come visit without having something to give. He never wanted anything from anybody. Anything Rama fought for was not for himself, it was for everybody. He was a fair and just person. His mouth, a lot of times, didn't speak his heart. But I guess he was like, he had a mouth to cover his good heart. We loved him, we appreciated him. I mean, I can speak on behalf of all of Judy's family. All. The ones that are here and the ones that have gone on. Everybody loved him. When he came to Florida, Rama never sat down. It was all about his kids, all about these 7 kids. It wasn't one person, it was the 7 kids. It was all about giving, caring, bringing people together. Rama always loved gatherings. He loved gatherings because everybody could be the true self of him. And he adapted to any situation quickly. He was a problem solver, as Dawn have said, and he loved his children with everything inside of him. And when the grandkids came, he continued to love, so it grew. My brother-in-law was a fighter. He was a strong, strong person. And we will continue to love him until we meet him again. And we will. And we will. We love you, Rama. We love you.
Thank you. That was good. If you notice, I also want to mention, if you look at Ramanand's picture, you see a lot of blue. The mala is blue and white. Flowers is blue. It really sends a message. That was his favorite color. I guess you guys realize that right now, right? So we try to send him away with things that he liked, things that represent himself. And while I'm talking, if anybody would like to say something, feel free to come up. Because at the end of that, we'll continue the next part of the program. How about you, Rena? No? All right, so anybody want to say something? All right, I will continue while Pandit is preparing his plan. I know Ramanand, to me, he was a few years older than I am, but we grew up more like brothers, and not like uncle. And you will see Ramanand, as one said in his eulogy, he's quiet, easy going. Lately, I come on the train with the dog, he's driving with the dog. He said, boy, you come like the white people in America. Why you put the dog to steer the car too? I said, that's dangerous. But for those who know him, he never argue with you, he never fight with you, he'll give you a good advice. And you know, recently when I spoke to him, I had heart surgery, he spoke to me, my wife died, he spoke to me. And we're talking about sickness here. And he said, boy, in this day and age, I ain't going for no surgery. I'll bear my pain. And you know what happened? I'm God ready for you. You can't get away. So we went for this surgery. And here, he lies in the coffin. Now, another message is, we all got to go. And it's a matter of only time. And someone told me once, they said, Joe, you're so wicked, boy, you can't go to heaven. I said, that's not true. Everybody go to heaven, but not all stay. All right? So with that, I'm going to call Dave, my younger brother, and he wants to sit down. Sit down, everybody. Uncle Ram was mother's younger brother, very close. Like close, you know, the days of the record, even when Mala died, even Mala lived, when Judy was there. For some reason we were really close, you know, we come together close. Passed through many things, you know, we used to shake, we used to do illegal fire and we get together. You know what I mean? So that's one field we was closer. But then in life, when you're living, you know, what do you have? You have house, you have car, you have this, you have that. But when you die, all you have is memories. You know what I mean? So, I think in some of our minds, right, people just strive to do their best in life, right? But there's challenges.
when you're going along in life, there are people, there are no friends in life. You can never please everybody in life. I'm sure everybody knows that. Going along in life is choices, opportunity cost. You know, you have to sacrifice one thing for the next. And in your mind, you just feel you're making the right decision, right? Is how you go about it. But I think Ram in his life was very fair in his decisions, very strong, and a superhero in how he approached life and family and issues, you know. So if Uncle Ram should have erred in any way during his lifetime, I hope that people in this audience could find it in their mind not to toot, because I'll tell you something. People in general like to toot. I don't know what I mean by tooting. Everybody here knows what tooting means. Tooting means when a man does something 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, you're still tooting it. You understand? And I think it's not something you could just, boom, there's a practice here with it every day. But my message today, and I mean, everybody know me and Ramos, we used to use the for me. That's who we as philosophers. We sit down and we talk a lot about these things close and close. And we always talk that well, as you get older, these things to just shed material things and not only material things, but cleanse your mind mentally. Things that is of, you know, the temporary, everything temporary. Uncle Ram, I miss you a lot. May your journey to the other side be safe. We pray for you. And may you rest in peace. Thank you.
But Dave, I want to say something. I hope Dave don't get upset, right? I'm a little brother. I can't have nothing I older than him. Dave, you and Ramos was moved the cushion pen, but you don't leave a little thing for the man. I thought you were put a little something for the man in the box. All right, so a last call if anybody wants to say something. If not, Pandit G will continue with his sermon and whatever he needs to do. And okay, a gentleman there would like to say something. Come on now. That's all right.
Good day, everyone. At the end of my very short contribution, I'll give my name. I am here on behalf of my family, and my neighbor, who is Thomas Mikey Ramkar, asked me to give his condolences at the funeral because he could not be here. He's taking care of his mother. Right? They are all related, and we are related as friends. Now, Ramanand and I went back a long way. I am from Eulogies, and I am Mrs. Son. You used to go and Mrs. Son buy sausage? I am one of Mrs. Son, the only one I like that. So that is to tell you how long ago we lived in Eulogies. My mother died at 86, and she had been living on that land for since her mother was living there. So we go to all the time. I left just as Ramanand and went back to Eulogies and so on. But Ramanand was my true friend. And sometimes when Ramanand will come from foreign, he will dine, drink, and so on. And at one time, we were rhyming by me. I wasn't living in Eulogies yet, but I had a house here. And he called his sister and brother and said, listen, I ain't coming home tonight, I'll stay by tomorrow. And we lied all night. That's the kind of relationship that we had. And Rama followed in that kind of footsteps. And we are very thankful for the life of Ramanand and his family and the friendship all over shared. Right? So, Rama, may you rest in peace. All the best to you and your family. Right? I had the opportunity to take a drink at his home, recently with his wife. Right? But you know, my partner ain't doing it. So, I am like, what's a little seal? Right? And they came by us too. Right? And I hope that will continue right? Although he's not there, I hope we could live as family, right? So, without saying much more, my name is Morrow. Nobody knows what will happen tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sitaram to everyone. My name is Dave Lal, also known as Jamal from Buenos Aires. Raman and I went to the Buenos Aires government school way back in the 60s. He was a year or so older than I. Rama was a very intelligent guy. In those days, probably more than mentioned it, Rama passed the common entrance examination for Point Forte College. In those days, you had over 35,000 students writing the common entrance. Rama was one of those lucky guys. And I remember Rama and I leaving the Buenos Aires government school and walking home. And when we reached Junction, Uruguay Junction, I don't know if anybody mentioned it, Seemungal had this big, wide boathouse. It was a flat house. You won't know if anybody has a picture of it. And Rama used to take me there. And probably had little snacks and so. Remember, Seemungal was a big landowner in Buenos Aires. My grandfather was a man called Sergio. And my grandfather bought land from him. And I'm talking about 5 acres or 10 acres or I'm talking about probably 100 acres of land. And Rama's father, Seemungal, although Rama died, the emphasis should be on him, was an expert reader of the Ramayana. And those I remember vividly when my grandfather died, Seemungal came and sang Ramayana and so on and so on. I don't know, Rama never followed that footsteps. Had Rama followed his father's footsteps, he would have been probably most prominent Ramayana reader and ghazal singer. But things happened for the best. And before I leave, I don't know, well, you know, I was brought, I left Buenos Aires in the 80s. Rama and I parted ways very, I left Buenos Aires in the 2. Rama had left also. And once or twice we met, but I met him at the wake. Just this year when one of our good friends passed, a desperate guy. And Rama, I didn't make, but he made me out. I said, Chanda, is you boy? He said, yeah boy, you talk about. First thing he go and say, where you get? I said, Rama, you want to play Kala, I'll beat you in this Kala. I hit that trick. I hang that 3 times that night. 3 times. We are good friends. We are good old pals. And during that week, we more talk about our childhood days and he reminded me, they call it Jam, I say, well, you remember when opposite, in that ball house, Rama and they lived there for number of years, and then they went opposite where those Lambert boys out there, and they, as the gentleman might said, he lived close to the cemetery. And on the junction there was a shop. Not the same shop. A man called Harry. And that man, Joe, you would have remember Harry shop. If you said you live in right. And his nickname was Marblehead. Lila, you know that? Did you remember that? And here is anybody call that man Marblehead in trouble. Serious problems. Rama was the only man when I used to hold, told me, say, really good. But he's smart. He said, Uncle Marblehead. Uncle Marblehead is happy, sir. Uncle Marblehead would take a paradise from the bottle, you know what it was? He would give Rama a piece of paper. We would come outside. We'd bite the paradise from in half. Rama would give me I am Pachanga with the home. He again Pachanga again. So this was the type of guy. He always willing to share. Always willing to share anything. Sweet eating. And one of the things, right on the junction here, we nine for years, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, all those years. On love drama was at the last child of Seemungal, and about somebody talk about a record, or it's called a record. That record, we make record with that. We make record with that. Well, last child, last son, he had to work also. Sometimes, too much adula just cause the problem over. So, at that juncture, we used to line, and we used to have this make a confession to it. In the presence of God and man, we spoke plenty on that junction. Lynch, Rama was a boss rapper. Right on the junction day, it's real ganja we spoke. And well, all that in life, the party raised, and the last I said the last time I saw the Blessed Granddaughter when Kuswara. So, it's a sad occasion. Lived a good life, he raised granddaughter. I never met his grandchildren, so now we parted ways, we read. But to his grieving family and sisters, those his close ones, my advice to you is, as the Babaji said, seek help from above through which we love. There's one God here. That's it. Called by Ram, Jesus Christ, Allah, whatever it is. Pray, ask for help. In this time of trouble, in this time of sorrow, disappointment, ask God for strength. Ask Him and pray, and let Rama go where He's supposed to go. So in these few words, Mr. MC, I'm very glad we give this opportunity to his friends and family and all one. God bless you all, take care, and let our brother rest in peace. Bye, sir.
Well said. It was nice, very, very nice to have some representation from Buenos Aires. And to Mrs. Son, if your mom is still living, tell her that Suraj said, they call me Juno, but Suraj is my name, help. And as he mentioned with Ramanand and the shop and Marblehead, and I grew in that area. And he said, but the shop, my grandfather had the shop and Marblehead had the parlor. About that Opel record, the reason he get that, he was my nanny's spoiled child. So there was a big fight for that to buy that Opel record. Right? Well, with that said, I'm going to pass you on to Pandiji and he will continue with the second part.
Again, so we'll sit around. Just for you all to be comfort, try to make yourself comfortable. I will not be too long, and then we'll close in prayer, because so much beautiful words have already been said about the deceased. First time I went to a funeral, performing a funeral, and see the wife of the deceased make a contribution. So thank you, very strong, God bless you. So for members of the family, the friends and our wishes, remember our purpose here is asking God that if this departed soul has committed any errors, any shortcoming on earth, pardon and forgive it on his behalf, and pray that God has name be called in a golden pen, and Shri Krishna Bhagavan that you have a golden chariot awaiting to carry the soul across. That's our purpose here today. So my message today will be very short. Today I'll just read one word in Sanskrit. Shama Vrishti. Is there any ugly persons here in our midst? Is there anyone ugly? So that means to say, all people here is beautiful. So every one of us here is God's children. And if we are all God's children, there is no high and there is no low. The word Shama Vrishti means that Shri Krishna Bhagavan, when He created the world and He created the human race and He created everything, He looks at everybody with equal vision. The only high and low that we have is our attitude on earth. Even if a person is a homeless man by the road, he is God's children still. Because how we come? We come to creation of God. So one thing we must respect, that the human race is God creation. The trees, the plants, the insects, everything, that is God creation. So the higher law on earth doesn't really regard to what status we hold and what money we have and the material possession. All those people who are pleasing, they work very hard for it. So all who achieve material things, they work night and day. And they turn night to day and day to night. And they make big sacrifice. And they eat quarter belly and drink quarter glass of water. And they make big sacrifice to have what they have to eat. Then there are some people who only want to watch what others have. They don't want to work. They don't want to sacrifice. They don't want to do anything. And only study how that person have that, how them people have that, how them children go to school. Everybody make big sacrifice of what they have. So my message today is let us love each other. Let us support each other. Let us realize and have our head. We are all God's children. Nobody is better than nobody. Only our material possession might make some of us better than others what we acquire. But remember how we acquire. Shri Krishna Bhagavan has given you Mangalam. Mangalam is what? He has given you blessings. And everything that you have on earth today, if God didn't bless, you could never have it. Whether it be inheritance, whether you work, whether you're schooling, if God didn't open our way and bless you in a special way, you could have never have what you have today. So always give praise and thanks to God and help and do whatever you can, because in a time of need, this family needs our support, and just so everybody that's been a little time and need. So whatever you can do. What you can do, live right. Do not curse on other human beings. Do not curse on other human beings because of what you have. If you can help, help. If you can't help, just say that I can't help, and leave it as it is. So we will stand for the closing prayer. Everybody come forward. So again, we're going to ask you, Krishna Bhagavan, I will pray in their own words, with your connection with your God. However, you pray and ask God for what? Blessing of the soul, strength of the family, and thank you, Lord, for this opportunity. We are glad the person died, but we are glad to be here to be of a support to the bereaved family, the close friends, and the well-wishers. Because nobody doesn't glad when anybody dies. Nobody doesn't want to be in that position. So God uses control, and uses everything, and everything is in your hands, God. Om Ekrataya Vidmahi Vakratundaya Dhimahi Dano Dhanti Prachodaya Om Mantrahinam Prahinam Bhaktihinam Jalacharam Yat Pujaramaya Ivam Pari Puram Tarasame Om Anadideva Shantakatra Akasha Yapundrikaksham Prikamoksha Pradobhavaha Om Papa Karmam Pavatma Papisham Bhavaha Prahinam Pundarikaksham Stakyahatam Saji Om Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Om Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Om Sri Vishnu Om Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Om Sri Vishnu Ayana Ramanand Seemungal Paritasya Pritanam Om Tumeva Mata Shabida Tumeva Bandhu Jasika Tumeva Vidya Pravinam Tumeva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Shanti 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 Friends of all Sri Krishna Bhagavan Ki Jai. So you offer your flowers here. The Mr. Joe will have to do the vote of thanks, and then for the final viewing, they will come around in one circle this way, and then you are invited also to come at the back. We will do the final Havan and put the body in the incinerator. So, put your flower, Mr. Joe. And a nice order with you, so we don't need bombs in the jar.
Thank you, Panditji. I will stand here to make some order. What I will suggest is that immediately family, room by room, visit. You could probably come from one side and leave on the other side, so it will be orderly. And as a matter of fact, as directed, as you guys, you can do the viewing and just walk into the auditorium who choose to do so. So Judy, you guys can start. And while, go ahead, let's come on and then go ahead. And while you're there, I'll do the word of thanks, so we do two things at the same time. We multitask, that's it.
So the family asked me to assist in this program, which I hope I did a good job. But it takes a lot of people to make this happen. And certainly Judy had a lot of family on Judy's side, and Raman, my mother, and sisters, cousins. I want to certainly thank Ruan for doing the eulogy. All those who would have coordinated with me. We have Gola who did the video side. Thank you, Gola. And I want to thank definitely Chris. Chris that he's doing the video and he does a great job. You can also contact him in the back here. I want to thank Father G for doing a marvelous job. I want to thank all the family, friends, well-wishers, and associates, schoolmates, villagers that came. We want to say thank you on behalf of Ramanand's family. And I want to make sure that you guys get safe. And I also want to thank Sarah. Of course, Reshma for doing the designs and so forth, and Sarah and Mr. Vasudev Guru for doing a fantastic job in these facilities. They have worked with us tremendously and they did a great job. So with that said, after the proceeding on the next slide, you'll be directed. That will be the end of the program for Ramanand today. Outside we have 2 coolers with some water and soda. Feel free to partake. Those, one in the family, those who didn't get a flyer or the program, we have a few more. Just let us know. But one more family because we have to do it. Thank you. Thank you everybody.
Very good.
Amen.